Hey, it's Russ Wageman at pitpromx.com. Thanks for following us. I hope we're showing you some good tips on this. We've got the front end apart. We took the triple clamps off. Everything looks pretty nice. There is no pits on our bearings, so nothing needs to be changed. So what we went ahead and do is we took a rag, a little bit of contact cleaner, and we cleaned it up real well. One thing we don't want to do is we do not want to take air and spin the bearing. That really hurts the bearing. We'll take a little bit of grease on our finger and we push the grease in as deep as we can get it pushed in. Don't be afraid of grease. And we just put the grease around the bearing, real good like that. All right, Russ at pitpromx.com on reassembling our triple clamp. We have taken it apart, showed you that, cleaned it, greased them, packed those bearings with a lot of grease. We don't have to pack them hard, just put a lot of grease, and we'll slide that up in there, put that down. Then our top nut, both sides, there's not a up or down, so we just put that on, and we will finger tighten that. And over the years, I've done this a few different ways, and you always want to have a rag when you're working on lots of grease. What we're doing, since we're tightening it, we'll take and we'll lock that lower clamp in, and then we're going to tighten this with a pair of pliers, and we will turn this back and forth 3-4 times, and then we will tighten it again. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to seat those bearings in. And do it 3-4 times. We will tighten it again as hard as I can tighten it. I've got that tight, and I'm going back and forth. And then what I do is I bring that back to the other side, and I loosen this up a half a turn, a quarter to a half a turn back. And then it makes it nice and it makes it free. And then we go ahead and we get our top clamp. I've cleaned all my top clamp. We slide that on nice. And then we will take our top nut. We have our washer and our nut. I'm not going to tighten it right now, but we have our washer and our nut. We can take our handlebars. We can bring our handlebars back over. We're just very careful so we don't hurt any of our cables. We slide that down, and then we'll put our washer and our nut on. And then we take our nut, and with backing that off a half a turn, and we take our top nut, we slide our forks on, and then we take our top nut and we can tighten that to its maximum tightening or whatever the specs are. And if we tighten that, I promise you that your forks will be just about right. They'll be nice and snug. They'll be free. There won't be any rock in them. A little tip, I've done this quite a few times, so I hope that's a little tip that can save you some time so you're not constantly tightening and then chiseling it back. Again, we're going to tighten that and we're going to rock it back and forth, tighten it again so it's very tight, sucks those bearings together, then a half a turn reverse, and then tighten your top nut tight, and your front end should be about perfect. Next time, we'll work on fork and shock. Until then, hope you've learned a few things. Thanks so much from pitpromx.com.